We thought we'll get our experts to give us their pick for the carrier room air conditioners. Coolest moment of the season so far. Not short in colour this season. What's been your pick?
Yeah, I thought about this, I thought about it long and hard. And the IPL is a tournament where, much excitement season after season. But something that excites me like a great deal is new people turning up. New youngsters, wonderful talent.
Yeah.
Now, Mayank Yadav, I watched first game that he played against Punjab, won that game. He was player of the match. Saw that on the television and thought, wow, that's something. The second game he played was at Bengaluru, and I was there at Chinnaswamy. And if I tell you that the crowd went silent because of how quickly he was bowling.
Wow.
It went, and the game was going their way. He came into the attack, bang, 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 thanks for coming. But as he was operating, it was just fantastic. Just being there and watching, and in the comms box, and nobody needs to say anything, but you can just tell hair's prickling. Like everybody, hairs on the neck, and everybody in the stadium going, hold the phone, what is this? Too quick. So hopefully he can get fit and strong, and he can stay on the park. They can wrap him in cotton wool, and he can be back, because for me, that's it.
Paints a picture, doesn't he?
No, he paints a picture, absolutely. And it takes me back to a 17-year-old kid called Pat Cummins, who made his debut very quickly for Australia and was the fastest things, absolutely out and out raw pace. Then injured himself again, and then made the slow way back through rehabilitation. And today, of course, we know Pat Cummins is where he is. So all I'm saying is that there is a path. It has been done before. And I think load management today, perhaps, and even the whole game is much, much more technically oriented. They'll be able to take care of him better.
Your pick?
My pick is outside the field. What I love about the IPL so often is just watching the people mix at the end of it. After all, it's the Indian Premier League. All of them are just so happy to be here. This is the biggest festival of cricket in the world.
Yeah.
And there's this lovely moment where it's Gujarat. Punjab is visiting to play Gujarat. And Harpreet Brar is there. And, Shubman Gill is also a Punjab player. And, of course, Nehra ji is Punjabi. And his son Arush is there. And Harpreet Brar has sung this song in 2023 called Pug. Okay, he's released it on, YouTube and Insta, and he's had more than 1 million views. And he sang it, And the son was listening, and they had the sort of high five, and it was just such a lovely moment. One voice, one single voice in this huge stadium, and all these guys crowding around and listening, and this young kid listening to this man singing. It was wonderful.
Wow, such lovely picks from our experts for the carrier room air conditioners coolest moment of the match. We've got a few entries from our viewers as well. Let's take a quick look at them. In fact, 3 of them have come in. Rohit Sutrave believes it's Bengaluru's comeback of winning 5 in a row and being in contention of qualifying for the playoffs after losing 6 in a row. Well, they are very much in contention. That big game against CSK coming up on the 18th. What's the next one? Let's put it up very quickly. Maestro Manohar. Now he's becoming a regular feature on Cricket Buzz Live. Though it doesn't sound cool at all for the opponents, given the way they've thrashed them. Head in Abhishek's opening stance, especially scoring 100 runs in power play on 2 different occasions, is probably my pick for the hashtag carrier coolest moment of the match. One final one to take a look at. Suraj Prakash Murmu. Vintage Dhoni's cameos giving much needed nostalgia to fans. Now, nostalgia is a word that a lot of us are nervous about using for MSD. What he's done this season, Joy, you've written a book about Dhoni. But what he's done this season, is there enough content to maybe do a sequel to his biopic?
It's an interesting one. I mean, the jury is still out, because you're going to see what happens.
It's still not done.
It's still
officially is not done.
The story is not done.
Yeah.
The story is not finished as yet.
Yeah.
And I think till the story is not finished with Dhoni, the story is never finished.
Yeah.
You never know how the ending will turn out. But yeah, I mean, just how fans turned out just to be there, The craziest part was in his final home match. And they had pictures, live pictures. 1 hour after the game.
Yeah.
And not a person had moved in the stadium. Everyone is sitting there.
I remember filming it because I was waiting to do the end, right? So to say goodbye on the telecast, and the presentation hasn't happened. And I'm looking outside and thinking, what's going on here? Why are they're not here for the presentation. They can't be waiting for a presentation, you know? Nobody waits for they waited. We're finished. Presentation done. Of course, that I later found out they'd been asked to wait because they're going to do a lap of honor. They whacked some balls into the crowd, gave t-shirts away and all. They absolutely love their team. And of course, they love Tala. That's why. But yeah, fantastic fans.
Right, maybe on the 18th, MS Dhoni will give us another entry for what we call the Carrier Room Air Conditioner's coolest moment of the match.